morning. Welcome all you beautiful people out there. My name is Chrissy and today I will be giving you a prediction reading for the 28th of October. Now, if you are new here, please subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when my videos pop up. For everybody else, we've been running a little bit of a competition this week about coming up with a new name instead of using the word conspiracy theorists, which a lot of us are getting very tired of it. We've actually come up with a new name. We've created a new name on this channel. And yes, I have come to the conclusion we finally got to a name. Firstly, I just want to thank all you guys for getting involved in that and having your input and coming up with some fantastic names. It just goes to show how creative and imaginative or how creative we are with some of the things that we come up with, you guys. There were some really, really good ones. So I read a lot of these yesterday. I know you guys are still pouring them in and it's fantastic, but we have to kind of narrow this down now. And I needed to have something that could flow off my tongue. You know how quickly I talk. Being an Aussie, we talk very fast. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it must be hard for you to understand me. So we narrowed it down to pretty much to two, I would say. BS detectors and probably the awakened ones was another one that got a lot of votes. But I actually thought, guys, that the winner would be, drum roll, would be the BS detectors. I think that's a really good one. I know a lot of you guys out there as well agreed with that. It sort of fits a lot of the things that we've all been sort of voting on because it's about bullshit. We detect things really early and we can abbreviate it as well into BSD, which is also good for fact-checking purposes, as a lot of you have been saying to be careful of the fact-checking, but it does really fit because we see the bullshit before it happens. So we do have this like detector. It's like, I guess you could say, it's like having one of those like metal detectors. Well, we have the bullshit detector. We can go along and we can find all the bullshit with our bullshit detectors. So I thought we would go that one. I hope you guys are all happy with that. Let me know if you're happy with that one. So it's the BS detectors. And we can also abbreviate it to BSD. So I hope you guys are happy with that. It rolls off my tongue really easily. The BS detectors, because we detect everything that's coming pretty much early before it actually happens. So thanks again, everyone, for voting. That was really brilliant. I think we're going to stick with the BS detectors. So thank you, whoever shared that with us. I think there was a couple of you actually that were really into that one. Oh my goodness, because there is so much BS going on, as we know. So I thought it was very appropriate. And I've also got, on the weekend, I'm going to come on and announce the name of the new book we're creating. I always talk about the COVID agenda story here, that people look back in years to come. But we're rewriting that book. Not literally, well, we could, but this is about the awakening process. So I've had a few books come in. I'm going to talk about those tomorrow, being Saturday. I'll do a video and I'll go through those and then you can have your vote on those as well. I've only got a handful of those, so if anyone wants to, we've got some really good ones. I think one of them is like Journey to Terra Bella. Like, that's just an example. There's a few, so I'll read those out tomorrow. And I think that's pretty much all at the moment. That's enough. So I'm going to use the word BS detectors from now on instead of conspiracy theorists. Okay, enough of me going on. Oh, and just to let you guys know, yes, Daniel Andrews, who is the Premier of Victoria, where Melbourne is the most lockdown city in the world, as we all know here. He's coming up for election in November, and they just had something on the news. I just have to share with you these things because it's so funny, and I'm loving the feedback, guys. You guys are letting me know there's a lot of strikes and protests and things going on globally because we don't get to see it. It's very hard to confirm some of the information that I'm getting. So look, I do appreciate that feedback from anything, like from any concrete kind of evidence, rather, that these things are actually happening. So getting back to Daniel Andrews, there's a big, all the fire trucks are fighting, the fire trucks apparently in Melbourne, there's like 150 trucks have got all spray painted writing on them, they're fighting back against Dan. So they're against Dan, which is interesting. So that's like a strike in itself, because all these fireys have got together, and I think it was about funding or pay rises. I don't even know. So it's like a semi-strike, I guess, really, but they're fighting back against Dan. However, then in the opinion polls, it says that Dan's still leading. So let's hope that doesn't happen and he gets the boot. So just to keep you up to date with what's happening with the elections coming up. I think it's in November, isn't it? If you're in Melbourne, let us know down below, but I'm pretty sure it's in November. Of course, we know he'd be leading the charge, wouldn't we? Some of these elections, we do have to wonder how rigged they could be. I know a lot of you here question it. All right, let's close my eyes, and we'll just get started. Oh, speaking of eyes, did you guys see that Katy Perry video clip? Oh, I just have to mention it because it's so bizarre. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out, where her eyes like very strange, almost looks robotic. But has she had that Bell's palsy? We don't know, because they don't talk about it. They're too scared to talk about it. Anyway, no one really knows the truth, but it does look weird. Go check out the video. God, if you haven't seen it, it's just so creepy. Oh. And apparently she's passed out on stage before. There's another video going around of her being carried off stage when she collapsed. So you really do have to wonder what's going on with some of these celebrities. They're too scared to talk. They are. They're too scared to talk. All right, I'll close my eyes, we'll get started, and now we'll see what comes up. Sorry guys, I get sidetracked sometimes. Oh, I'm getting funds are rising. We know they are. This is globally. Everything's rising and the money's getting poured into, this is just at the moment, money's getting poured into the capitals. We talk about that a lot. I think I talked about, didn't I talk about New York? Is it Times Square? Times Square's in New York, isn't it? About the facelifts that are currently going on in the capital cities. This is globally, pretty much globally. There's a lot of funding pouring into the capital cities. They're trying to rebuild and restructure them. Oh, God, sorry guys. This is so tiring. This journey we're going through is like beyond tiring. I can talk all morning and I don't get yawning, but the minute I come on here and start channeling, guys, it just hits with that energy of the people, which is the masses. They're getting tired of all this. So I'm getting that money churning into the capitals. The funds are going there at the moment to rebuild, to restructure. We know what they're up to. We've all seen Hunger Games where everything works around the capital. I'll just see where else we go. Hang on a minute. Okay, England's reaching a turning point. It's saying they're reaching a crisis point, but they're also reaching a turning point. And this could be to do with sushi, I'm thinking. He's going to turn the economy. Now, how's he going to do this? This will be interesting, won't it? Yeah, and that's what the guides are saying. This is all the part of the illusion. It's like, don't fall for it. This is part of the illusion. Our economy is really building up. They're going to start really feeding the people. I feel like they're going to really start feeding the people on the media that everything's fine. We're feeding the economy back, even though we're putting, see, it's the illusion again. Even though we're putting all the cost of living and all the prices of fuel and everything up, we're pouring that back into your economy. So you're going to be better off. They're going to start using the old your message again. You're going to be better off. We're simplifying your life so you'll be better off. We're implementing these changes and you will be better off. So again, it's like I said, I think I said it a few weeks ago. It's like they're going to incorporate, it's like they're giving the people, the little people and peasants, the illusion that they're incorporating them in the decision-making process, because it's all, of course, going to make their life better. We know that's what they're pushing. So that's what's happening in England. They're pretending that people are involved in the decision-making process. I've been saying that for a few weeks now. But as we know, they're not. It's not real. It's just an illusion. Let's see where else we get. And Sushi's a climber. They're showing me him climbing the ladder of success. he's really going to start climbing that ladder of success. I said the other day he's as competitive as the rest of these global elites and leaders. He wants to be right up there. Just because you might be... Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. This is just... The people in England are just exhausted from this whole experience. That's the energy that I'm getting. He's climbing. He's a person who... He might not be of huge stature, which we know he's not that tall, but he's got a really good, like, mindset. He's a really good achiever of goals, unfortunately. He's very methodical in his thinking. He's quite a clever man, actually. He's quite clever. People underestimate his knowledge, but he's quite clever and he's very methodical. So he'll know how to push this out to the people. It's just saying he's quite smart at manoeuvring and manipulating things to get sort of what he wants and to get to his end goal is what I'm getting for Sushi. Let's see where else we go today. God, I'm getting New Zealand. I'm getting New Zealand's building like Fort Knox. We talked about Fort Knox here the other day with that show F Troop, the wooden building. Well, I feel in New Zealand a lot of people are putting up their Fort Knox. People are wanting to protect themselves from Jacinda Ardern. See, people have lost a lot of faith in her because she's a dictating tyrant, is what I keep calling her. So they're losing faith in that now. Because what's happening is, and I always say this about New Zealand, you're very warrior-like in your core beliefs, but you're starting to lose that... hang on a sec, I just lost it. Oh, she's starting to wipe out a lot of the traditions. She doesn't want people coming together because we know that's what they don't want. They don't want people coming together and doing traditional things. What's that thing where you cook things in the ground? Is it a hungy? I'm thinking that's New Zealand, isn't it? I'm not sure. Where you come together and have these barbecues and you cook them in the ground and all this kind of stuff. Well, she's trying to get rid of these old traditions. That's just an example. There's lots of things you do over there. But people are starting to build that fort around themselves now to protect themselves from Jacinda Ardern. People do. They want her out. People have had enough. They're sick of the lies from government in New Zealand. There's so many lies. We know we know what she's like. So I'm getting that. She's trying to take away a lot of the traditions in New Zealand. And it's all an act, see. She pretends she's all really into it and everything, but then in other ways she's wiping a lot of traditions out. I am getting that for New Zealand. Let's see where else we go. I'm still getting Spain, Portugal, Madrid. There's something happening over there. I think I was talking about the tsunami energy where the waves were pouring over the people. Because the people in these areas are tired. Even at the moment, I feel like these people are living a very structured life. Their life is quite regimented, I feel, in these parts. They're kind of being dictated to already. Isn't this sad what's going on globally? It really is. Must be upsetting for people trying to get their old lives back. Well, maybe if they woke up and stood up, it would help, wouldn't it? Oh my God, they're leaving it so late, aren't they? So I am getting that. Those parts are already living a very regimented life because there's a lot coming down on them now. Let's see where else we go. Oh, I'm getting London. I've got a terrible British accent, but London, I'm getting, is starting to spread its wings. London is starting to fly. And this is the people. The people are standing up over there. People are standing up and they're starting to fly. It's showing me people in London flapping their wings, wanting to take off. Let's hope they're wanting to take off from government. But I am getting it. They're finally getting their strength back. They're starting to feel their own independence and their power. This is the people in London. because they're tired of being like lost in that darkness. That's what I'm getting. God, we talked about the no light in the tunnel yesterday, but I am getting that for London. They're wanting to break free. That's the image of they're showing me the white bird. Is it the dove? They're showing me they want to break free from all the stresses, the chains. It's showing like the bird with a little chain. It's chained up and it can't really fly. Well, it's wanting to break free of those chains is the image I'm getting in London, and have the independence back. I can understand that. Let's see where else we go. Oh God. Ooh. They're showing me Elbow, which is Australia. Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister here. I call him Elbow if you knew. He's like third on the ladder. I am getting that he's like third on the ladder. We always talk about these global elites climbing the ladder of success and how they try to outdo each other, because we know they do. They compete with each other. But I'm getting... Trudeau's like the teacher's pet. He always comes up at the top. At the moment, he's like the teacher's pet. He's getting the sticker put on his shirt. Good boy. You know, when they get the sticker star for the day or the week or whatever. That's Trudeau. He's at the top. Jacinda Ardern's second, and he's roughly third. Actually, Elbow's meeting up with Sushi. You might see that on the news. You'll get to see Elbow with Sushi. Yes, connecting with all the global leaders. They're all intermingling again. We'll see a lot of this coming together and reassessing their lovely rollout. So that's what we're getting at the moment. There's like this pecking order still on the ladder. I wonder where Sushi will be in a few weeks. So I'm getting that. These are the kind... That's why I get these leaders so much, because they're very competitive. I know there's lots of others as well, but they sort of keep a lower profile. It's interesting, isn't it? When I think of, those areas like Germany and God, Sweden, example, Switzerland, Netherlands, it's probably not that they're keeping a lower profile, but it all gets shoved down the algorithms. We know how it goes because they don't want the rest of the world seeing all the garbage they're implementing. Like I said, these can be trial areas, a lot of these things. So these things have to be squashed before they escape up the algorithms. They don't want people to see them, so they have to squish them down. It's like very quick too. That's why it's very important that we always use our code words and things here. So really, anyway, we know how it goes. It's the same old fact-checking events, isn't it? Let's see where else we go today. Now, they're showing me these global elites, and they're starting to close the door on the last chapter. Now, I don't mean the last chapter of the book. I don't mean that. I mean the previous chapter. They're closing that chapter. So now they're moving on to the next chapter, which we know is now the big takeovers. We've had the pandemic. We had the blah, 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 the cost of living crisis, and now we're moving into the next part of, I always call it the COVID agenda story. We're moving into the great, the big rollouts and the big takeover. And this could be the big corporate takeovers, meaning the businesses too, that are going to come in and stomp out all the little businesses and just roll over them and take them over and gobble them up. That's kind of the next chapter where we are at the moment. The big, I guess you could say too, it's like the big financial takeover. That's where we're heading now. The big financial takeover. It's like I say to you, the reset, as much as it rolls out, doesn't always go to perfection. So they've learned that they have to still do things in an order that it's going to work, that the people won't keep standing up. So now we've got the big takeover. The takeover is the word that I'm getting. So this is where they pretty much squash all the little people. They're actually showing me an Aussie thong here. We have these rubber sandals called thongs. You might call them jandals and different things where you guys live. And it's a very Aussie footwear. Tomorrow I'll bring one on and I'll show you, because I've actually got a thong. I've got thongs that I wear on my feet. But it's showing me that's stomping out of the people with the thongs. So that this is the time that the big takeover now. They're going to try and really stomp on everybody. So like I said to you yesterday, Albanese promised the world before he got elected that the power bills were going to come down, petrol was going to come down. And then the budget came out, 2 days ago? Yep, unfortunately it's all gone up. Gee, that wasn't very predictable, was it? So it's all gone through the roof, of course. Nothing he can do but blame the previous government, which is what most of them do, isn't it? So now it's and this is global, the big takeover begins. So they've shut the chapter, well, they haven't shut the chapter on the pandemic and that. We know that they're still trying to milk that for everything they can. Actually, was it Russell Brand? Did you guys watch that Russell Brand where he was saying that Sushi's apparently invested in Moderna? No surprises there. We talked about the how they get their kickbacks from everything, and we know that they're invested in these things, all of them. Let's see if there's something else to close with today. I talked yesterday, was it England and UK, and that people are scurrying and they're hiding. They're wanting to get away from their government, but because they don't know how to do it, some strike back, a lot are just hiding. It's showing me them in their houses just running, hiding in their closets, hiding under the bed, hiding anywhere they can to get away from the financial debt and stress that's coming at them. They want it to go away, so they're trying to hide from it. It's not going to work so well, is it? Because government will find them. We know how good they are at finding people, especially people that comply and follow the rules, the very good school children. Let me see if there's something else today, but I am getting that still, that people are running, and this is in England and UK, they're just running from government now. Because they don't know how to deal with it. It's not easy. Standing up to your government, as we all know, is very, very hard. It takes a toll on you, your health. It takes a toll on you as a human being. Because you feel, it's like this hopelessness, isn't it? To stand up against your government feels very hopeless, because it's like, as we all know and have experienced, that frustration feeling, which we still get, a lot of us, about the algorithms, the fact-checking, none of the truth's getting to the people that need the truth to help wake them up. Like, it's very frustrating. So these people are starting to go through those parts of their journey. Like I often talk about here, people go through things in different ways. We don't all experience things except the tiredness. I think the whole globe is tired. It's showing me the globe. It's showing me a visual of the globe with the Z's coming out. Like, the whole world is like tired and sleepy and lacking in energy at the moment. That's what it's showing. It's showing me this globe going in and out with the Z's coming out of it. Which is true. Everybody's really tired from all of this. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It honestly is. Let me see if there's something to close with. Oh, I'm getting the cutest little song today. Oh. And this is for all you guys out there, and for me. Yesterday the guides gave me that lovely song, that split end song, Message to My Girl. They were singing me a special song, and if you watch that, you will think it's pretty funny, the guides singing to me. God, we get some funny stuff on here, don't we? But I'm getting that song. I'm just trying to think who sings it. It's on the tip of my tongue, guys. But anyway, I'll say the song because you'll all know it. You've Got a Friend. You've got... when you call out my name and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Okay, who sings it? Winter, spring, summer or fall. You'll know it. And what the guides are saying is, we've all got a friend. We're all friends here. We've created a place called Terrabella. We're all BS detectors. And we can detect these things, and it's something that we share. It's a commonality that we share. So they're saying, like, we've got a friend, because a lot of us in the last few years have felt like we didn't have any friends. We lost a lot of friends. We also lost a lot of family. So that's the song that I'm getting today is I think it's called You've Got a Friend. I know who sings it, I just can't remember it. Anyway, you guys share it below. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia and leave you with that song today because it is such a cute and pretty song. And they always have to give us a laugh, don't they? And they're also ending with that other song of Toy Story. The song between Andy and Woody. That they're also giving me that song. You got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me of Toy Story. It's such a cute little song. So we're getting songs all about friends today because we're becoming friends and we're not alone anymore. And I think that's what the guides are trying to let us know here, that we're just not alone anymore. We can share our experiences with like kind. We might have lost friends, but then that's part of the journey to lead us to somewhere else. So look, have a wonderful day, everybody. Keep your votes coming in as well for the book we're rewriting about the awakening over here. I will come on Saturday tomorrow and let you guys know some of those headings. I've only got a handful for those. We've decided instead of conspiracy theories now, we are the BS detectors. I think that's a really great one. It covers everything BSDs. Oh God. All right, I'll say goodbye from Australia and have a wonderful day, everybody. Hit the like buttons, comment, and let me know what the songs are. That song is. Is it Don McLean? Oh God, I'm hopeless, I know. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful day. Bye. Bye, my friends. Bye.